Yo, 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 what is up, my fallopian tubers? Cesario from the barrio coming back at you with another video for your butt. Today, I'm going to try to make a real quick video, man. I was just trying to clean up my room a little bit. I was going through my shelf, and then, I ran across this box. Now, this box has been sitting on my shelf for a few months. I bought it at my LCS not too long ago, and then I started having flashbacks to buying it. And I was like, man, you know what? Let me share this story real quick with my YouTube friends. Because I didn't want to buy this box. It doesn't fit in my PC. I'm not an O-Pee-Chee fan. So why would I want that box? But a couple things while I was there flashed through my mind in the end, and I bought it. So, saw this box. And the reason I didn't interest me is because it was O-Pee-Chee. Alright? And I'm still in that frame of mind that my cousin put me into, like in 1986. He taught me about baseball cards, and what he explained to me that O-Pee-Chee was a generic Topps brand, that it was a ripoff of Topps. And then look at it, and it has like Le Viagra. Le Viagra! So, it's like French or whatever. I'm just getting my Canadian friends. But, so I saw this box and I had no interest in it. Just passed it by. And then I started shopping around. Found the cards I was going to buy. Stuff, packs. Was walking towards the register and I came across this box again. And I was like, and I started, picturing in my head me telling Nate, Topps 85 401 here, that I saw a box of 87 O-Pee-Chee and I passed it by and didn't even care about it. And why Nate? Well, because Nate is a big Barry Bonds collector, and the 87 Topps O-Pee-Chee is like it's kind of a big Barry Bonds card. So I pictured him like just telling me, "You're a stupid idiot for not buying it or passing it by." So I took a second look at it. You know what I mean? And I picked it up and I was like, Looked at the back and I was like, oh, it has Ricky Henderson. It has Jim Rice, Dave Winfield, Don Sunman, all these great Hall of Famers. But I was just like, I really don't have a PC of any of these guys. I actually did kind of had started a PC of Dave Winfield, but I gave away my Dave Winfield rookies. This was like a couple of years ago when I thought I could just replace them again for like $40, $80. And then COVID happened and the market went crazy, and now I'm priced out of probably buying Dave Winfield rookies again. But anyways, I was like, oh, the Ricky Henderson. I have a Ricky Henderson graded, rookie. But I don't really have a Ricky Henderson PC. So at the end, I was like, nah, I don't think I'm going to buy it. I'm going to leave it here. Put it back down. And then when I was putting it back down, this top came off because it's broken off. And then I saw how the cards themselves were just covered in dust. I don't know if you can see it, but they're covered in dust. So right away, I had another flashback to kind of my, my younger days, my childhood. My baseball card collected. It has nothing to do with baseball cards, though. I went to my friend's house. His name was Pierre. And you might think that Pierre was, French or whatever? Because of this French Le Viagra writing here. But he was Filipino. That's just the name they gave him. It's funny because, I forgot what his real name is. But it was too hard to pronounce in English, so they gave him the name Pierre. His sister, her name was too hard to pronounce, so they gave her the name Beverly. It's crazy how they just changed these people's names when they immigrated. But anyways, he shared a room with him, his brother, his sister, and their dog. And they had a dog named Black Lock, right? And I remember how it was trippy that whenever my friend was say it was just me and him or my friends in the room, and he would call the dog, he would just say Black Lock, hey Black Lock, come here Black Lock. But when his parents would come home and he would, recognize the dog or talk to the dog, it was like, block, 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 like, block. Like, I don't know if his Filipino, accent just kicked in, but he'd be like, block, block, come here, block, block. It was just a trip. So, it intrigued me. And I said, man, this dust reminds me of my friend's TV. My friend Pierre, they had a 13-inch black and white TV, and I can't remember exactly what we were watching. I think it was Friday the 13th or Halloween. But he had a 13-inch black and white, and forever, man. I remember, going to his house for a couple weeks and watching TV there, and his TV was just covered in dust. His screen was covered in dust. And I never said anything, Back in the days, they're like, hey, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So we watched TV with the screen full of dust, never asked anything, and he never told me anything about it. But one day we're watching Friday the 13th or Halloween, whatever, and it was like a dark scene. I couldn't see anything, and I was like, dude, I want to see. And I went up to the screen, and I wiped all that dust that had been sitting there. Wiped it all off so I could see the TV. His sister right away screamed. I mean, she just screamed like, ah! And then my friend Pierre, like, he's looking at me. He's like, dude, like, mom, man, And I was like, what? And then they told me the backstory to that. But that was their grandpa's TV, and it was something between them and the grandpa with the dust on the TV. So when the grandpa passed away, like, I don't know if it was 5-10 years ago. Since then, they never wiped off the TV. They let I mean, that room was dusty, and that TV was just like, dust bunnies all the way around, like dingle balls all the way around. And so yeah, and I wiped it off, and they just had a freak out. I mean, a freak out because I wiped the dust off the TV, and it meant so much to them, But sorry, Pierre. So in the end, I'm gonna buy these cards. So that's why I ended up buying this box. I think he was selling it to me for $20, but I think I got it for 15 because I bought so much other stuff. But that's why I bought this box of cards. And and once a box like this goes in my possession, it's pretty much worth $0. Because I really don't have any intention to sell it. So if it's not for sale, it's worth nothing. It has no value real. It's gonna look at Wade Boggs. What's up, Wade Boggs collector? So yeah, it has zero value to me, and now it's in my collection. I'm more likely to give this box away than to sell it. If it doesn't fit right in my PC. But I do have an unopened pack box PC. Well, the only thing with this one that it's not wrapped, and most of my other ones actually still have the wrapping on it. But oh well, what can you do, man? But anyways, I'm drunk. Love the hobby. Just keep collecting baseball cards forever. I said. Ciao. I got a boner.